all okay, here's a story. In When I lived in Vail,
Mhm,
Colorado, I think I got really good at pretending to be, like, this certain way,
mhm,
and I knew how people would want me to show up, and so I really tried to, like, be that way.
mm,
So, like, I just read back in one of my journal reflections, I think from, like, 2022, of realizing that I was just surface acting. Like, I would
mm.
go to work and be like, "Okay, I am the Alana who works at Lululemon and is totally, like, just a different person?" I think let me try and put this into words. It's like,
How did it feel for you?
I think I didn't even notice I was doing it. I didn't even notice that I was, like, answering questions in a different way. Okay, I remember I would watch. Like, I was always very quiet when I would start to be in a new situation, and then I could open up, and that was because I was like, "Let me watch and see what's happening. Let me learn how people are operating here, and then I can duplicate that."
Mm.
So once I learned what's going on, I could more easily feel like, "Okay, now I can share and voice my opinions," but they were still, like, my monitored opinions.
So you feel like you were a chameleon in those period of your life, just blending in,
Perhaps.
shading color?
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
and I think as, like, growing up, kind of as a shy kid, I definitely wanted to be a chameleon. I definitely wanted to, like, blend in? I think a lot of kids have this. It's like, "Don't look at me. I'm just like everyone else?"
But you're not. You're not.
Exact
I know you got mixed parents, right? Are you? Do you?
Race-wise,
Yeah.
yeah, both my parents are Black, and
Oh, both
so
your parents. Oh, I would have
mhm.
thought you would have been mixed.
See?
Interesting.
I get that a lot.
You get that a lot. Okay, so tell me how that creates the chameleon kind of blending in kind of personality for you then.
Yeah, I would say, like, the racial identity piece was very confusing when I was a child
Mhm.
because I have such light skin and, so my parents are like, "Well, we're Black." And then everybody else is like, "What?" You know? Especially, like, back then, like, you know, 25 years ago, I feel like it's different than it was now. So I'm thinking, like, when I'm,
Mhm.
like, 8 or whatever, and people would literally just say, "No, you're not." Like, "No, you're not. You must be Asian." Or like, "No. Are you sure you don't have one Asian grandparent?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure." So, that was actually really interesting. It's only later on that I realized those interactions, I think, made it harder to trust myself. Because here's, like,
Mhm.
this really basic identity thing. You're like, "I am a girl. My name is Alana. I am Black." Those are my identity factors. They're just facts. And for someone to be like, "No, no, you're wrong," is like, that's kind of damaging as a child
You
'cause
start
you're like,
questioning it. Am I telling the truth to myself?
exactly, yeah, you're kind of like, can I trust what I'm saying? Subconsciously, of course, like, I
Mhm.
didn't put this together until more recently. So, yeah, that was definitely an interesting experience, and I think, as African Americans, it's like there's so much history
Mhm.
of why we're a broad range of colors, of shades,
Mhm.
and, I think on the books, we have, like, one Irish great-grandmother.
Mm.
Otherwise, it's like everyone's Black, but we're still a range of shades. So I think stepping into that identity only came when I was a bit older and could,
Mhm.
like, live in that ambiguous space of, like, people aren't always going to know and they're going to ask you annoying questions. And as a kid, yeah, I definitely wanted to just, like, I didn't want people to ask me that question. I was like, "Don't even look at me.
Mhm.
Don't ask me, like, what I am or who I am. Like, let me just live." So I definitely tried to just, like, go under the radar.